If you met a 33-year-old living with 5 roommates, what would you assume? Maybe she can't afford to move out, maybe she's struggling financially. The funny thing is that I'm not actually struggling at all. So why would someone with a full-time professional job still want to live with 5 roommates in a shared house? Well, here's 5 reasons that keep me here at the moment. The first reason, of course, is because housing in the Netherlands is extremely expensive. The truth is, however, that I can't afford to move out, I just choose not to. Yes, I could pay rent for a small studio, but that would mean if you take a studio on the cheaper side of 1,400 euros, it would mean 16,800 euros per month would go to rent, which means less investing for me, delaying buying a home, and less freedom to travel. And to be honest with you, I don't want to be spending 40-50% of my income or more just to say that I live alone. I think that people think that I am sacrificing my quality of life by living with roommates, but the truth is that every month I'm buying myself more freedom instead of living alone. That means the way that I'm buying more freedom is by investing my money, letting my money grow, and compound interest doing its thing, basically. I'm able to travel because I get to save a bit the money I earn. I see it as having more financial security as well. Again, we're talking about how much money is in my bank account. And of course, I'm working to ensure future home ownership, which is extremely important to me in this case. So reason number 2 is because living with roommates is making me richer. I don't know about you, but when I was younger, I was taught that you basically have made it in life if you own your own apartment, or if you rent out your own apartment, if you have a really good job that earns high. And I thought that by my 30s, I would actually own a property. But the reality here in the Netherlands, and actually worldwide, is that housing prices have shot through the roof. And for example, just in the Netherlands, competition last year was that you would need to overbid by 20% or more to actually be able to purchase a home. And the same goes also for renting in reality. If you go through Makelaars, you have to do basically the same. You have to overbid to get your apartment. However, salaries are not getting higher. So I don't know why even professionals, at the moment it's not really worth it, even for professionals to be renting a house solo. It's rather better to be able to share housing, in my opinion, at least. So reason number 3 is the Netherlands changed what I think that adulthood should look like. To be honest with you, I could move out if I wanted to in my own place, as I said before, but I'd rather have investments than a bigger place to live. The reason is because I think that there is such a thing as being house poor when it comes to renting as well. There's a point where, as I said, our salaries are not getting any larger, but the gap, I think, or the amount of rent is really increasing massively. And there's a point where if it reaches a too high level, there's no point to it anymore. So reason number 4 is I refuse to become house poor, either for renting an apartment or for owning my own home right now. To be honest, I also think a lot about what kind of life I actually want for myself. Do I want to own right now an apartment but maybe travel less, which is basically the consequence of it? It would mean less traveling, less ability to invest at a time where I should be investing massively. Would it mean maybe more financial stress as well? At the end of the day, owning a property, and I would also say renting a more expensive property would mean a lot less financial freedom. Or do I choose to live with roommates for a while but have the ability to save a lot more money per month, be able to invest that, maybe eventually buy my own place? I think, to be honest with you, that there's also something where it's true, we're not sure where the stock market is headed at the moment. It could collapse at any moment, in my opinion, but I also think that your 30s is a time where you should be able to invest a lot. And to me, it doesn't make that much sense when, at this point in time, I would say that I would rather be investing a bit my money, let compound interest do its thing over the next, let's say, 10 years, and then see how things go. In the end, you don't really know what you are gonna be doing in the future. Do I even want to stay in the Netherlands for the future? Or could it be that I want to move somewhere else? I'm still very young. So I think it's kind of risky to just say, okay, let me not live with roommates, let me just immediately buy a home, or even to say, well, let me move into something a lot more expensive because I just want to be alone. The truth of the matter is that I think that I don't see myself as having that kind of luxury where I don't want to, kind of more in the sense that I want to live, or rather I want to retire at a decent age. That's also something that people never mention, but like the further we seem to go in time in the future, the more it seems like there will have to be generations of people that will work until later, much later in life than their parents or their grandparents. I want to be able to have the flexibility to retire at a point that is a bit decent to me. And I don't really want it to be dictated by the government in general, I would say. So I also see that dream of one, having my own home eventually, where I'm not in like massive debt. It's probably still gonna happen, but I hope that I'm less in debt then, or at least I'll have something reserved already for the future, as in for my retirement. So it's also something that I've been thinking about a lot. It's like, given this economy, given that we don't even know how things are going to be in the next 5-10 years, are there even going to be jobs or massive layoffs coming? But also, what happens when we are much older, like in our 60s, in our 70s? I would like to retire in my 60s, for example. I don't want to be part of the generation of people that might have to work until they're very old, or even might have to never stop working in order to survive. I think that we're living a little bit in dangerous times with that at the moment, and it's something that I honestly wish that in my 20s I had thought a bit more about, because as you know, with, for example, investing, it's compound interest, right? You're compounding, your money is kind of working for you in time. So the longer you leave it in the stock market, the more you're supposed to be, let's say, have at the end. But that wasn't the case for me. I started investing quite late. So there's also that part where I'm thinking about my future, as in, if I want to own a home, how is it that I want to retire? And obviously, in some ways, also, how can I catch up to those years where I did not invest so that my future can be secure? It's more of an emotional reason, let's say, of how it is that I actually am trying to plan my life at. But you never know how life actually goes, and maybe next year I'll move out. I don't know. Maybe I'll decide the extra privacy is worth every single euros. At the end of the day, there are also days where I desperately want to move out. But for now, this decision is helping me build the life that I actually want in my future, and not the one that people expect me to have. So my choice to live with roommates might be very unconventional to you. It's also a little bit unconventional to me, but this is a choice that I'm making, in essence, to guarantee a bit my future. So my question to you at the end of this video is, would you make the same choice as I did? Or do you think I'm completely wrong? Let me know in the comments. And if you've enjoyed this content, please feel free to have a look at my channel. I also have a few videos, including another one on why I live with roommates, how much that allows me to save, basically how much I've saved in the 2 years I've lived here. And I've got another one also on unusual decisions that basically I make in order to be able to save money. So please feel free to check them out, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.